everybody, welcome back. We're going to do some chicken today. We're going to just put this together as a nice little chicken. I got the oven warming up to 250 degrees because it's still got somewhat frozen. But I took some chicken breasts and I cut them in half, as you can see. So far I've added some of my salt here. This is some really good salt. It's untouched salt, natural salt. Just some black pepper and some minced garlic and some oregano I put in there so far. Alright, that's about all I've got in there. I don't know if it's focusing. Let's try the light on it. There we go. Let's see if we can get a better focus. Alright, so far I got black pepper, the Redmond sea salt, the real salt I should say. It's untouched, unrefined. It's got 50 trace minerals in it for you, including magnesium. We've got some minced garlic, and of course I got some oregano leaves. Alright, that's what I've got in there so far. We're going to add some more stuff in there. So let's see what we got. We're going to put it in this little marinade. We're going to slow cook it for a little while. Then we'll pull it out and we'll bake it directly. That's what we're going to do. We'll turn up the temperature and then bake it directly. So let's move on. We're not going to overpower this at all. I don't want to put too much different stuff in here to overpower. But I'm going to take a little white wine vinegar and we're going to pop it in there. Not a whole lot. Put it around the edges. There we go. It should be enough. We'll get that in there. Oh, what else was that? No, we don't want that. Okay. And I know what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can find it. Alright, I'm going to be adding some Weiler's chicken bouillon. I love that stuff. I like it the ground better than I do these cubes. I hate opening these cubes. They take forever. Some of these things you can never get them open. It's not like you can rip the foil on them either for the packing on them because they don't rip very well. Okay. See what I mean? This stuff takes forever to find the openings on these things and how to rip them apart and get them open. Alright, I'll drop one bouillon over there. And let's see if we can get this other one open quicker. There we go. I'll drop the other bouillon on the other side. Alright, we're going to throw a couple bay leaves in. Drop one there, and we'll drop one over here. That's what we got in there. And a little organic basil. It just doesn't come out that well. There we go, much better. Now I can gauge it better. How much I'm putting in. That is way less than a teaspoon. Okay. And then I've got this brand new, never opened yet. It's Simply Organic chicken seasoning. So pop that off, pull that open, break that open first. So we can have our little flip. Oh wow, that smells great. Ooh, that smells really good. Okay, make sure it's on because we don't want to go and pour it all over the place. So we'll just put a little bit of this in here. It's barely coming out, so it looks like I may be putting a lot in, but I am not. Trust me on that one. coming out in the dust. Alright. Pop that in there. Oh, that smells really good. Okay. There. And that should be all we're going to need in there for now. Except for one other thing I want to put in there. We're going to put a little organic Worcestershire sauce in there. Oh, geez, that's on there good. There we go. Don't need a lot. That's all we need. And I'll let you have a look inside there to see where we're at. Alright, let's have a look, see what it looks like now. Because I'm going to add water in here. And we're going to put it, I'm going to cover it with water. And we're going to let that cook at 250 for a while. Okay, we'll be right back. I'm going to have you take a look in here. Oh, you got to get your ball, huh? You got to bring your ball over. Alright, there's what we're looking at right now. This is before it goes in. Looks yummy already. You should smell the aroma coming off of that right now. It smells really good. But you see everything that's been in here. Okay? You see everything I put in here. So let's go ahead and put some water in it. Okay, there we are. Now that is filtered water, not spigot water. That is good filtered water. And it's now covered. And we're going to put that in the oven. So let's get it in the oven at 250 degrees. Okay, there she is, top rack of the oven. We're going to have it in there for at 250 degrees. And I'll let you know how long we're going to do it. I'm going to keep coming back and checking it. And we'll see how long it's been in there. So you'll know how long I did it for. Alright, so we will be back. Alrighty, we're going to pull this out, flip those over, poke some of the holes in the chicken. And we're going to put it back in, turn the oven off, and let it just marinate in the warmth. So let's pull those out. Alright, we got them out. Let's flip them over. First what I want to do is poke some holes in them. And I want to do that with the fork. Okay, let's flip it over. Next one is the little one. Just get some holes in these. That just helps the juices get down inside a bit, look better. Okay. Flip it over. Makes it a little bit more tender, a little bit more flavorful inside. That's the whole concept behind beer can chicken. You put it inside chicken, and it puts the herbs and spices up inside the meat, not just on the skin. Okay. It smells really, really good too. Gotta let you know that. It does smell good. So let's get these in here. Shouldn't take one more little spot. And we should be good to go. This piece right here. Move the bay leaf out of the way. Flip this one over. If you want to see what it looks like, it's looking pretty good. Okay. Get this puppy flipped over. Poke a little bit more. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it back into the oven. Turn off the heat and let it sit in the heat a little bit. Let's add a little bit more water in there to cover that. So let's do that. This should be enough water in there. Cover it up. Yes, that's good. I don't want too much moving around. I'm going to splash over. Alright. Let's get this oven open and set in there. Let's get her set back in. Close her up. And we will turn off the heat. There. So now the heat's off and it's going to sit in the heat in that water, soak up some more of them juices, and then I'll show you what we're going to do after that. Alright, we got this sitting out here now, covered up in parchment paper. Now I'm going to get some potatoes in the oven. Right now we're going to do some baked potatoes. I got the oven at 450 degrees. Let's get some taters out. What we got here. They're never big potatoes, but that's why I make a couple of them. I'll have a couple of these. I like to get the biggest ones. Pop that on there. Put these back. Now what we're going to do is just poke some holes in these. You don't need a lot. Just a little bit. And we're going to put these directly on the rack. This just allows a little bit of heat get in there. So it's not directly on the skin. Okay. Alright, now we're going to rinse these taters off. And now we're going to just put them right on the rack in the oven. And as it's warming up 450, I'll just keep coming by and checking the potatoes. Once they're somewhat tender, that's when I'll pull them out. I'll let you know how long that is for these smaller potatoes. It's always going to vary with your potatoes. The length of time you're going to keep them in the oven at whatever temperature. You can do them 350, 450. It all depends on how you want the skin to be. I like it to be a little bit more crispy, so I turn the temperature up in the oven. So that way it'll get the crispy more on the outside and soft on the inside the way I like it. You do a lower temperature, your skin will be softer and the inside will be soft as well. So I put it at 450, and then the way you check your potatoes is you check to see if they're tender. Okay? If they're tender, then the insides are cooked. Okay? That's how I do it. So, and I'll let you know how long it is. But if you're the bigger the potato, the longer you're going to need to cook it. Okay, the smaller the potato, the less you need to cook it. That's just a rule of thumb. Something I've always gone by, something that's always worked for me. So that's how I do it. So now over here, where I've got the chicken sitting, it was in the oven with the temperature off. That was set at 250. I had the temperature off, and it was in the heat for about 15 minutes. Now I pull them out, and they're on the counter right now, sitting in the hot water, still marinating. So it'll come down slower and slower and slower in temperature, lower and lower in temperature, and cook slower, slower, slower. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. But these are going to go now in the oven. So let's set them on in there. There, they're in the oven. Start my stopwatch. Now I'll know as I come out and check them, see if they're tender. If they are tender, then I'll stop the stopwatch and I'll let you know how long they were in for. Alright, so that's the potatoes are in. We've got the chicken marinating. What else are we going to put on there? Alright, I'm going to make some Glory seasoned mixed greens. These things are delicious. I love Glory brand. I don't even know all the ingredients in it. I haven't even read it all. But it is really, really good flavoring on these things. So these usually got collard greens, mustard greens, that kind of stuff in it. Greens are great for your immune system. So let's go ahead, break out a pot, get these on the stove. Alright, that's what they look like. Oops, I'm spilling it all over the counter. That's what they look like. I'll have to wipe that up. Let's get them in there. You dogs want to taste? Alright, so we got our mixed greens in there, and I got the temperature on the stove at the lowest possible simmer. And of course this is going to go out in the recycle bin. Let me get a rag and wipe this up, and we'll be back. Alright, now what we're going to do, I want to move these over into the air fryer for right now. And they're perfect. I can feel the crispiness on the skin, just the way I like it. And they were in for an hour. 1 hour. What was that 450? 425? 1 hour. Alright, now let's open up our chicken. Oh wow, that smells so good. Alright. And now let's bring the chicken on over here. We're going to put it in. First we're going to take some tomato sauce. I'll lay some down there. Okay. Then we're going to get our chicken out. Get it on tomato sauce. Move it around. Okay. That down in some tomato sauce. we go. Last little piece. Alright. And then we're going to make sure we get a little more tomato sauce on top. Okay. Spread that around a bit. Alright, there we go. So got some tomato sauce on there. And then we got some frozen cheese. I'm trying to bake it up. And this is Mexican style blend cheese. Okay. I don't just love when these bags don't open up right away, the right way. They all do that. Move, 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 move. That's why I always have my trusty razor blade. Where's my zip tied? Oh, there's the zip right there. One moment. Alright, we're going to put some cheese down on this. And I turned the oven down to, well, I got to get back on the 350. Okay, it's at 350. I had it over there at 425, but I had the door open for a while. Okay, and I turned it off and had the oven door open for a while, and now I just turned it down to 350. A little bit more over here, and some more over there. Pretty much just smothering it with some cheese. Mexican blend cheese. Okay. Reseal that bag. Okay. And then, this is why you always save your glass jars. This is a raw honey jar. Oh, jeez. My hands are wet too. Let me get my opener. This is why we always save our glass jars, for this reason. When you got leftover stuff like this, you just put it in there. Get you a spoon, because we don't like to waste anything. Not in this household anyway. Otherwise, I would have wasted this. All that sauce. And then what I like to do, put it down for the dogs to lick. Alright. Now the way I gauge things, this is pretty cool. I had that can of tomato sauce, and I asked my wife, do we have another glass jar that I could put the leftover sauce in? And she asked me what size, and then I said, I don't know, show me what she had. I said, that should be about the right size for how much sauce I'm going to use. Just thinking, with can not opened or anything, not even have the chicken in here yet. And I put the amount of sauce I needed in here, and then what I had left over, look at that. Perfect size jar. That's how I gauge. I gauge with my eyeball. And when it comes to the spices I put in, I gauge by tasting it in my head as I put it in. And there we go. Perfect. Now let's get you guys in here for a look. First, let me stir these greens up a little bit. And I put them down at the lowest setting. So, you know, that's how it goes. Now they're perfect temperature already. Now I got to put this in the oven and have this bake at 350. And I'll tell you how long it's going to be in there for. So let's get this in the oven. Actually, first you got to get a look at it, and then we'll get it in the oven. Okay, so let's have you take a look. Alrighty, there we go. That is what she looks like right now. Okay. Now you saw how much of everything I put in here. So you know how to do this. Now let's go ahead and put this over in the oven. Actually, I should say over in the oven. And I'll let you know for how long I'm going to bake it in there for uncovered. Okay. At 350 degrees. See? 350. Alright, let's get it in the oven. Okay, there she is in the oven right now, sitting in there. So 350 degrees, uncovered. I'll tell you how long it's in there as I come back and check it and know when it's done, because the chicken is already cooked. It's just going to soak in some of the tomato sauce flavoring and have the cheese melt, so it shouldn't be all that long. So at 7 minutes I put the potatoes back in to warm back up, although they were still pretty warm. But I want the butter to melt, and that's what she's looking like. I'll let you see it when I bring it on out. She's looking really, really good. Cheese is melted. I just want to brown it just a little bit. I got the oven temperature off right now, so it's just using the temperature of the oven's heat, residual heat. Alright, that's what she looks like. Now at 7 minutes I turned off the heat, and then I let it sit in the heat in the oven, the residual heat, for about 20 minutes. Okay, so that's what that comes out like. Potatoes are still in there in the heat because I'm about to cut this open and dish it out. So get ready to see the final product. And there's the final results. We got the greens, the potato with butter in it, and there's the chicken Mexicana, I guess I'm going to call it. Because if you do make chicken with Parmesan cheese on it, it's chicken Parmesan, so there's no Parmesan cheese on it, just a Mexican cheese mix, so we're going to call it chicken Mexicana. And there's what she looks like.
How is it, guys? Let's try the chicken.
There we go. That is the final product. Alrighty now. That was what I'm calling winner chicken dinner. Probably named it at the end chicken Mexicana a la me. Okay? Yeah, put it together as I was going, tasting in my head what I wanted it to taste like, looking for the ingredients that would make it taste that way, and yes, it tasted exactly the way I figured it would taste in my head as I was adding what I added and the amounts that I was adding. The chicken was very moist. Usually you get somebody cooking chicken like that, it's dry, but that was very, very moist. You bite into it and you just juices. And it wasn't anything spectacular, don't get me wrong, but it had some good flavor. It was a good chicken, and chicken is really good for you, protein, building muscles and stuff. Now that I'm getting back into the working out again, I've been away from it for a while, a few years actually, But I'm just starting to get back into it again. I need to get the protein back in, and and supplements and things of that nature. But I'm getting back into it now. Been back into it for a couple weeks now, slowly getting myself back up to it. But that chicken was good. The greens were good. The potatoes, perfect. The skin was nice and crunchy the way I like it. The inside was soft and tender. It was delicious. It was totally delicious. So I'm glad I got the chance to show you that when this video comes out. Hopefully one of y'all will go out there and try doing the same thing. Try duplicating it. Let's see what you think. And if you do go out there and duplicate it, any of you out there decide you're going to try it, go ahead and drop a link down below. A comment down below. Tell me what you did, what you changed. Because I don't expect everybody to do it the same exact way. Everybody's tastes are different. So you do it your way, and then tell me what you think about it, what you thought about it after you made it. So just wanted to put that in there. The other thing too, I want to put out here too, put out to every one of you guys out there. If any of you have any automotive, any gardening, any cooking, any grilling, any woodworking, or any experiments that you do out there, if you want, send them to me through the cloud on your Gmail, and if you want to send them to me. If I choose to use them or think they're interesting enough to put onto the channel, I'll start a new playlist where people send in their videos, and subscribers' videos, and we'll put them in there. I'll edit them up. You understand? I will be doing editing on them, and if I use your videos on my channel, I'm thinking about sending you a t-shirt. Alright, so that's a possible concept. If you think that's a good idea, put a comment down below. Tell me, hey, I like that idea, that's pretty good. Or, hey, yeah, I like that idea, that's pretty good. I got some videos I'll be willing to put out there, let you edit and put on the channel. So, and then I'll put it under a playlist of subscribers videos. Okay, and then let people decide on whether they like them or not, so they can put their comments down. Okay, and then we'll put your name out there too, as well as who you are and who did the video and where you're from, what state. All right, and like I said, if I decide to use them, all right, then I'll may send a T-shirt. I'm thinking about doing that concept. But keep in mind, if you send me a video, I have the rights to utilize that video in any format with my editing on the channel and in advertisements. Alright, I get to use it for any purpose for Amateur Hour by Zeus. Okay? That would be the agreement if you send the video. Alright, with that being said, I really enjoyed making that chicken for you today. Chicken Mexicana a la meat. And maybe you guys try it. Look forward to some more videos coming out. I've got some more ideas, some more things coming up, and I'm trying to get one out every week. It may not be possible, but I usually pop them up there every Sunday around noon. So hit the notification bell down below, and that way you'll know when the videos come out. All right. So on that note, you guys take care. Have a good one. Keep it safe. God bless. Catch you on the next one.